Mr. S.P. Rajan. Mr. S.P. Rajan is currently heading the Plant and Machinery Department at L&T Construction. Having 35 years of experience in the construction and infrastructure industry, Mr. Rajan has been associated with leading organizations viz. HCC, Shapoorji Pallonji and Company, Mahindras, and Welspun at various categories. Mr. Rajan has evolved as an acclaimed professional in the construction equipment sector over the years. Today, he will be talking about digitalization in earth moving and construction equipment. So let's welcome Mr. Rajan.
Yes, what I'm going to say or going to add to your this thing. Of course, I'm going to talk in a very short this thing. I could have given some more time to you also. Right. Well, now India today is moving towards rapid infrastructure development, and it is there to stay for some more time. And no doubt it will be the main driver for our economy. You know the numbers. Gone are the days where we always measure the projects in years. Now the project life cycle has been squeezed to such an extent that they keep talking in number of months, or some people keep talking in number of weeks. One of the projects recently I mobilized, by the time I completed the mobilization, we go phase wise, right? By the time I completed the mobilization, I was getting the request for demobilization. So such is the minute planning and implementation process that we need to be very agile, and also right, to match the speed, we have to look at some larger equipment, faster time cycle, and then better productivity, strong rental ecosystem. Today, what I can say, the rental service providers have become more in numbers. And they come very handy to take care of this kind of squeezed timelines. We are also seeing sweeping changes in the technology and innovation around the world, thanks to the startup boost and the undisputed support from the corporates. Right? This rapid change in technology will only favor the brave and agile players. If you ask me 5 to 6 years back, if I wanted to fix one GPS device on an equipment, say IoT device, on a rental machine, it was a very big no. They used to literally threaten us. Now we don't take any equipment without these gadgets. In fact, they themselves put those gadgets and give us. Drone-based project reporting system has become a new normal. Geospatial things have become a kind of, they start depending more on these digital processes. But if you ask me, we are still in nascent stages. There are still unexplored area. A lot of places where we can come up with what I can say, the digital comforts or digital supports. Today we are seeing more of equipment tracking, and then certain monitoring through those tracking data and various other things. I will really talk about that at a later stage, what we can do with just on-off itself. But what we need to do more is to shift towards productivity-based approaches. We should actually go for an equipment that can be monitored, or that can give a kind of data on production and online correction itself. How do we go about it? Like, for example, a motor grader, we know how much time it will go forward, it will come back, and where it was working, where it was idling, and a lot of other things. Whereas when it comes to a kind of productivity, like how many cubic meters it produced, we are not able to do so. So that is something which we need to now look at and come up with some better digital alternatives or digital support to do so. When we talk about productivity, like human angle is always there. So as of now, we have come across a lot of guided missions, but they are there to invade the world. In fact, little bit autonomous equipment also have come up. Autonomous in the sense it's a remotely operated, not that they go on their own and then work. Those robo systems are not much prevalent in infrastructure industry, whereas guided systems and remote operated systems have come. where we are struggling now. We are struggling now to take decisions. Why? Cost. We always go by L1 principle. So cost has become a large impediment for us. Probably I believe some finance institutions can come forward to help with some nice financing models on this. Another area of concern for us is connectivity. If you see with the present trend, every nook and corner of our country, we have this what we call like digital payment systems. Everything goes into the mobile phones. Whereas when it comes to equipment operation, we see a lot of dot patches. We are not having connectivity everywhere. So this is a big source of worry. And I believe in days to come, this kind of connectivity may improve. Another problem what I find here is the life cycle of these components, like what we see in the mobile phones and all. Like within a year or so, another model comes. They make some small changes, another model comes. Here also, what happens? Says, for example, if I use a rover and a base station, and when I want some automation in that, one company gives one automation, and within 1 or 2 years, another improvement comes in that, and they don't provide us a patch. They just say, come on, you go for a change of the entire thing, then you will get better results. This is something, pulls us back, because our industry today is mostly unorganized one, and people are more happy when it comes to the equipment working in a particular environment. Like, they don't mind using 3 hours to do the job that can be done in half an hour. So there is yet to get that maturity level in this particular place, and this kind of quick obsolescence causes a lot of problem for us. Finally, there is a culture change also, as just mentioned. Even the operators, like in one of the cases, what happened, he removed one GPS device from a transit mixture. He put it on a motorcycle, and then he went around the globe. Because we were paying on hourly basis, and how many hours this GPS is tracked and things like that. One guy, he pours water on GPS device, and then he makes it malfunction. One fellow, we just see, we wanted to capture all the engine hours, so we went for engine oil connection. Then what he removes that engine oil connection and provides a small battery connection, because it works on 1-0 principle. So this kind of cultural shocks also we keep getting all the time. So we need to overcome, and we need to have tamper-proof devices for us to help it. Well, having spent some time in digital atmosphere in the industry, infrastructure equipment arena, I can say so. I'm keen to see some welcome changes in this. Like people have to now start thinking how to bring in this kind of changes. One of them is like overization. Today, say for example, a person has got a couple of projects nearby. We don't have a facility which can say that, what is the capacity utilization, what is the spare capacity available, whether this equipment can be fully blocked for 24 hours, and then whether it can be done for 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, so when the Uberization is in place, the equipment bank can be available, and people can share the equipment among themselves, and digitalization can play a very big role for that. And when I want to plan the equipment for the project, I should get the digital support from the connected project, where the value chain along with operating costs and project deliverables should be there on a press of a button. I should not be spending time on all these things. We have got valuable information in the market. We should be able to get them on fingertips. Then online quality control is possible. Like if you take a roller, I think probably Mr. Kamath is going to talk about it. When the roller is working, you can get the quality of that particular surface, and it should reduce all other time cycle. My motor grader today, if I have a kind of guided system on that, I'm able to give such an accuracy. I think GR is using it. We are getting such an accuracy that we don't need a surveyor to come and check it. So this kind of online quality control should become more and more prevalent, like the moisture control, temperature control, the compaction control, and also the level control. All those things should become automatic, should become digitalized. Then our geospatial, I talked about, that is another very important area, because you work in godforsaken places, rough terrains, all those things now are becoming easy with all these geospatial instruments. We should put them more into use. Should not be looking for the cost, or more the people, maybe probably the cost can come down. And mission control and assisted equipment, all those things can come up with can help the users with a better productivity. Augmented reality is another area where people training can take a good shape. Like we can have certified and trained operators with the augmented reality. Augmented reality means that, we need not necessarily just take one person from the street, train him and then send him across. Even the guys who know how to operate the equipment can be further fine-tuned to improve the efficiency of his operation and the productivity. So this augmented reality can be a good support. VR and AI can help a lot on that. Then safety of workmen also is possible with the help of our digital support. There are many digital things that have come up now, like it keeps tracking the people, it helps the people, and there are certain sensors and other things which can help human movement in the surroundings, and the slope, this thing, and then the surface, on what surface they are going, and various other things. Then finally, what I'm looking for is a kind of plug and play process. Like, there are so many fellows in the agency, in the market, that they keep saying that, sir, my system will work only on this system. You're having that, you remove it and put my system. Those kind of things should be avoided. We should go for a common platform wherein you just bring it, plug and play. This is something which we need to insist upon. We should have a kind of a common protocol in the industry, right? Some smart attachments for hazardous works can be brought out. One more important thing is fuel management. Fuel management, which is very expensive commodity in our infra industry, can very well be controlled through this digital systems. There are fuel management tools in the market, but they are yet to mature to such an extent that they are become affordable and also portable, right? Electric earth movers are going to become the industry norm. Robotic equipment are going to become industry norm. So we need to prepare ourselves to embrace these changes, and then what I can say, like do a good job in the industry. One more interesting thing what I want to have is, like, our government just now thinking that the RTO, rather the equipment registered in one place, can be used across India. That's very well possible. Now I think they have brought it for probably the passenger vehicles. They should be bringing it for construction also. We are the people like gypsies going from state to state. We should have some comfort through government digitalization process. So the RTO documentation should be for across the India. So common registration across the India. Across the Indian states, right? This is something I thought that I would also share to this particular thing. I believe somewhere around 80 people are there, connected from different places. Thank you for hearing me. These are some small thoughts. Though we can go on for hours and hours on digital this thing. So in the interest of time, I will leave it here. Thank you very much.